Hello, this is a reading for my woo homies. It's Valentine's Day, and things just got taken up a notch here in Canada, and I felt the urge to do this for those of you who might feel, confused, trapped, not sure what to do. Hopefully this can be helpful. Fitting, of course, while I was shuffling this deck, the Nine of Pentacles reversed fell out. So this feeling of wondering what we got ourselves into. Before I turn over this, I will do a modified Kachina knife. And as always, I have 3 oracle cards here. So after the collective reading, I will pick... Well, I'll read these 3 cards. I invite you to pick which one of these 3 resonates with you the most. So, let's start with the current energy. Hey, the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, this is very fitting. And you'll note that this is all in the material realm. So, what I'm getting right now from this present energy, we'll go into the past and future and advice shortly, but there's this feeling of wondering what we've got ourselves into. Maybe we made a mistake, but the cool thing about this 5 of Pentacles here is that there is a message of people helping each other out through hard times, which is really what is jumping out to me, especially considering the timing of this reading. So coming into this energy, we have, wow, I was not expecting the 7 of Cups back here. I think this is the 7 of Cups in the past position. I'm interpreting this as experiencing a lack of choice, which definitely reads into the present energy, and especially given the lack of choice that we had now, and now we're wondering if the decisions that we've made to get out of this situation have been worth it or not. I am encouraged by this Queen of Swords in the future, because the Queen of Swords is, very self-assured, has a lot to do with truth. I say this every time she comes up, but there are only 3 swords in this deck that are upright, and the Queen of Swords is holding one of them. This represents the Sword of Truth. So there is, no matter what people might think now, the phrase that's coming to mind is illusions falling, but that feels a little too over dramatic, and I'm not sure that means what we would like it to mean, but this is a very promising card. Let's go into the 2 advice cards. So the first one, okay, is to focus on happiness. This is really interesting. Okay, so the 10 of Cups, another tarot reader that I follow, whenever the 10 of Cups comes up, he calls it the card of fortune after difficulty. The difficult times are definitely being felt right now, but I think that the 10 of Cups in the advice position is to don't forget what this is all about. And I think that part of what makes this whole situation interesting and special. Interesting feels so hollow as a word right now, but the trip from 7 to 10, the 2 cards between the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Cups are the 8 and the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups is a figure walking away from the cups, and that is fitting, given everything that's going on right now. And the Nine of Cups, which I call the wish card, is the whole lore. Actually, that's not true, but one story that's often told about the seven, eight, and nine. The 8 and 9 of Cups is that the man who's walking away from the 8 cups, he's going to find the ninth cup, and then he returns sitting happily in front of his cups. And, after this difficulty, you can get everything you want. Now, seeing that this is in an advice card, I would take this as a reminder to don't forget what this is all about. And the journey that we're all on, we embarked on it because we weren't happy with what the situation that we were in before. So as long as we remember what it's all about, and that we don't act a fool, which is how I'm reading the Emperor here in this secondary advice card. The Emperor is, a card of rulership, of mastery, but the Emperor is a benevolent ruler, and he's not. The words that keep coming to mind are stability, master of your domain, benevolence, and this is. I would interpret this as a call to be careful and not. Don't do anything stupid. That would be the best way I can summarize how I'm interpreting the Emperor card here, which is, I'm now realizing, the only major arcana card in this reading. So that being said, just don't do anything stupid, and remember what this is all about, because I think that especially with all the attention that this situation in Ottawa has gathered worldwide and inspired worldwide, that this Queen of Swords will be able to rise above the clouds and deliver her message. I think that, and it's funny too, because I had this feeling after watching Trudeau's speech from earlier today. It's like the third act of a movie is when you're in the third act of a movie, things look absolutely impossible, and the situation looks absolutely insurmountable. And I gotta say, it does look like that. It's funny too, because the Six of Coins is a card of like wisely allocating resources. That's a quick summary of what this card means, and reminding myself everything that was said today. I find it funny to find this in reverse in the very middle of this reading. I'll at least give attention to the Five of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck here. There's a lot of emotion here. Actually, that's not true. Most of this reading is Pentacles, which is Earth, the material realm. But besides that, there's a presence of everything. So we have our water, our earth, our air, and our fire. So, at least it might not look it might not look that way, and it definitely doesn't feel that way, especially for those who are kind of watching all of it, like rooting for our team, so to speak, wondering what we can do. But we do have everything we need. And it is important to remember that. But yeah, coming back to this Five of Cups reversed, I see this as working through our sorrow. The bottom of the deck is kind of a subtext the whole reading, which is why I never I never pay too much attention to it unless it's really obvious that I should. And in this situation, it's not obvious that I should. I think the theme of working through our sorrow is evident through everything that's going on. So in short, I'll just come back to these two advice cards. Keep your eye on the prize, and you know, as long as we try to stay happy and remember what this is all about, and we don't do anything stupid, that's the best we can do. So now it is time for the Oracle card. So I will start with the Tau Oracle. This card is, what is this? The Gorgeous? What is this? I can't read this. The font of this card, the font here is difficult to read. That's my main complaint of this deck. But anyway, it's I Ching hexagram number 58, and the words are happiness, delight, interaction, open communication, goodwill, friendly persuasion, self-expression. This is kind of self-evident in context. So whatever the fuck this word is, this card is about, you know, staying in high spirits through communication. I think that, you know, to the middle, to the people who are just, the thing to remember in this whole situation is that there's a huge, okay, I wouldn't say huge, but there's a significant amount of people who have just been going along to get along, and the people who have been happy with how things are going, they probably can't be persuaded anyway. But by staying in high spirits and you know, communicating openly in goodwill amongst each other and with you know, people at large, like I'm attempting to do right now, you know, that is a good invitation to do that, and it's a good strategy to use right now. This card, the Star Codes Astro card, is opposition, confrontation. This is very interesting. So this is definitely a warning. I think that for those of you who picked this card, I would say, I'll remind you not to do anything stupid. I just want to come back to my Emperor here. But the other thing for you, I really like these two rams or whatever the fuck animals these are, butting heads with each other. The thing is, I would say, and these are metaphorical, I never endorse any kind of violence, but pick your battles. I would invite the people who chose this Oracle card to really wonder, whenever you feel like confronting someone or something, to ask yourself, is it really worth it? What are the stakes? And would my energy better be spent elsewhere? Because, you know, it might feel good for these two, I'm going to call them deer, I apologize. But it might feel good in the moment for these two deers to butt heads over and over and over again. But ultimately, they're not going anywhere. And yeah, that is... I would invite people who pick this card to not waste too much energy butting heads. However, there are times where some confrontation is good as long as you keep it peaceful. So I don't want to discredit that either. You know, yeah, that's all I can say for this. And finally, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. This card is Revenge. Wow. So this is probably Mars in Scorpio. Another warning. This is literally someone cutting someone's head off. To you, I say, don't do anything stupid. As a matter of fact, this is, how can I say this? I understand the appeal, but I would advise you, revenge people, to, you know, it's kind of like if you this is the story. I watched a video recently that talked about him, which is why he's at the top of my mind right now, and I can't think of anything else. So, killing Osama bin Laden, it felt good. It felt good in the moment, but ultimately, when you kill the head of an organization, you're just promoting the second in command, and that is. The story I'm telling is literal killing, but I don't think anyone watching this video is thinking of doing anything stupid. But I'm just using this as a metaphor because I watched a video that mentioned this recently, and I can't get this out of my head, and I'm not editing this. So that being said, just remember that the appeal, the allure for revenge is appealing, but it doesn't really solve the problem. Revenge doesn't solve anything. We're all in this together, and I understand your anger, but I would challenge it. Sorry, I would invite you to find a way to transmute it into something more constructive and more that is in service of what is good. Because, and I know, again, no one watching this video is thinking of actual violence, but the anger is there, and I get it. To you, I say, just remember that whatever feels good in the moment might not be in the higher good, and to just take that into perspective. Yeah, that is it for this reading. I hope it was helpful. Again, with everything that's going on, I felt the need to do this, and to do this tonight. So yeah, please let me know if this was helpful. I hope it was. And to my woo homies, stay woo. I love you all. I know very few people will see this, and even fewer will still be watching right now. But I am happy to help in my little way. All right. So on that note, you take care. I will see you soon.